Hello. Good afternoon, I'm sorry for being a little late. Rabbit and Steel was clearly more important than Limbus Company. But, hello! I'm gonna try to finish the intermission today. If I can't do it today, I'm just gonna finish it off screen. Yay! Welcome, welcome. Or actually, let me do my intro. Da-da-dan! Ranbakudan here. How are you? How are you? I'm good, I'm good. Ugh! My fucking, my AC's still broken. I don't know when it's gonna be fixed, but, again, I am thriving despite it. I have been through worse. I'm also enjoying some fruit. Let me bring this over. Hello. Hello. Hopefully Limbus Company will actually show up on my screen. I think it's not because it's lagging and trying to load. Oh god, where did I put my phone? Oh, it's right here. This morning I accidentally went down a rabbit hole about, a Japanese racehorse named Ultima Weapon. I'm now very invested in Ultima Weapon. Specifically, Ultima Weapon's kid. Ultima Weapon 2025. And, it hasn't debuted in racing yet, and I don't even know what gender it is, but, I'm very hopeful. I was so invested, I made a Netkeiba account just so I can track. Just so I can track the little thing. Greetings, Ron, and black screen with Limbus audio. Greetings! Good thing it is, no longer that. Nice to see you, Kobold. Why are oranges the best fruit ever? Answer quickly. Orang. Orang. I have, been very eager to play the intervallo since last night. I actually did one more node, but then I was like, no more, I'm gonna play the rest on stream. So, we are currently on, I think, 9.57? I don't remember. We'll just have to find out when I get in. Oh wow, my audio was really quiet, hold on. Yummy. Alright, without further ado, we're gonna go straight in. Okay, yeah, I was right. We're on 9.57. Gonna get the support. Grab Roja. Okay, I'll take this one. And, we just go straight in. I actually did level Yusang yesterday, so I can actually use him now with this team comp. So now if I want to continue making this team, I just have to get Ring Faust. Hold on, let me finish eating this apple. Hello, Wanderer, good to see you. Why are apples the second best fruit ever? You're halfway there? Oh, goody. Probably get it done in the stream? Okay. Okay. I'm hoping to get it within, like, the next hour and a half or 2 hours. Alright, let me get my voice acting bones ready.
The heck? They swiped everything that wasn't nailed down, huh? Fret not, I espy thither half of thy worldly possessions. Articulated fixer figurines, video game cartridges. I'm not talking about my toy box, Kay. I had hella many of them anyways. My TV's gone. The couch, too.
As Kira said, only inconspicuous empty space was left where the television and family couch set used to be. Oh, those? LCE researchers hauled them away. With the sound of it, they're going to set them up in their staff lounge. As for the leather and the ornaments, they said they'd be selling them off.
Yeah?
Otis seemed to notice something the moment she caught Kira's wistful look. The corners of her lips curled into a faint smile as she spoke with feigned nonchalance. Who knows? With sufficient cooperation, perhaps they'd become more receptive to the idea of returning those items.
Assuming much? Never said I wanted him back. Anyway, I'll tell you all about what I know, so come this way if you want in. These 2 doors here, made from paper and wood, they connect to S-Corp. And that one reinforced with steel, that one leads to V-Corp backstreets where... Having lived here and made frequent use of the doors herself, Kira was clearly the right person for the job of identifying where each door Wayfarer Company had asked us to explore led. Directed by Kira and accompanied by Alan, we checked the doors one by one. Good work. All data seems to match. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey, look at the... Okay. Until there was just one back door left to open. I know this isn't anything new, but I've gotta say, these back doors are just too bloody convenient. Them portals, too. It ain't doing anything shady like the warp chains either, is it? Yours is as simple as turning the knob and entering. Seems to me you'll outpace your business rival in no time. I'm a bit hard-pressed to agree with the too convenient sentiment when it comes to using back doors and portals, but... Since your intent was to claim Wayfarer's superiority over the current W-Corp, I'll take that as a compliment. Did I say something wrong? Every technology comes with a cost, Heathcliff. Aptly said. While this has been a workday relatively free of casualties, thanks to the quality information you have provided, do understand that Wayfarer Company's primary services include pathfinding, path security, and path maintenance. Each of those services is fraught with life-threatening dangers for our employees. Some never return after embarking on a pathfinding journey, some are killed while battling monstrous entities, whose exact natures haven't even been confirmed yet, that appear in the liminal space between paths. It also costs a pretty penny to keep the secured path, well, secure. I'd say our operating cost is on the rather steep side, especially considering that we are also trying to prevent our rivals from taking this corner of the market. Thinking back, I don't think I've ever seen Alan enter a door to a new location with his helmet off. It must be one of his precautions, just in case. Maybe his dry smile and unsettling lack of reaction to anything are hints that he's simply seen too much to be fazed by most horrors. Still, our work's gotten considerably easier for this job thanks to the help from everyone here. Honestly, this partnership is working much better than I'd expected. Very well then, let's take a look at the last door. Ah, it's the door Papa used to walk through all the time.
I followed Kieran to the door, and the second I crossed over the threshold, a breeze carrying an oddly familiar salty smells tickled the tip of my one of my claw cans. This one connects to somewhere in the general Great Lake area, it seems.
Welcome to U-Corp's giant stingray port ship.
Stingray, huh? Why does that ring a bell? Hang on a minute, it's that place in it. That port ship that has Salon fuck, French. I don't like French. The private hair salon. Heathcliff chimed in with a shudder, as though the sheer weight behind his words terrified him.
Oh, doth it signify, then, that we shall finally be made audience to young Heathcliff and his hairdo most luscious?
Ugh, quit it with that luscious nonsense, lass. Why encourage me now when you were so cavalier about blasting my villainous arse back at the lake?
Indeed. Alas, 'tis true that punishment wrought upon our merry band hath severely outweighed the crime. Wouldst thou not agree, young Heathcliff, that to put the coupons to use would remedy thy pain a smidge?
Ugh, bugger it. I ain't even got anyone to spruce up for anymore. Oh, the coupons. Oh, you can't even use the coupons.
Sweet, can I use them? We were regulars at that Molov place, Papa and me. Papa would ask the middle fam for a favor, and he'd bring loads of coupons back home. They give away a Hue coupon every 10 visits, you see, so Ugh, what am I even yapping about all excited?
Kira, who'd seemed ready to launch into a cheerful rant, came to an abrupt pause like a bike tripping over a ledge. Her face fell as she lowered her gaze and scuffed a pebble away.
Looking back, I guess Papa did hella care for me, so why...
Fuck!
But it's also true that these guys went out of their way to get me out of there even though they didn't know me so well. Ugh, why is it gotta be so complicated?
Oh, Kira. You had a neglectful father. It's okay, I understand. Matthias gave you that unaesthetic BC.
Heck's a BC?
Bowl cut.
Bro, listen, like I said, that's not how you shorten these things.
For some reason, ryoshu seemed almost gleeful to hear Kira correcting her acronym. It was reminiscent of that self-satisfied look she'd get after confusing us with these acronyms, especially during the early days of our bus journey. Thinking back, ever since Sinclair's translations became reliable enough. The sinners had less reason to voice their frustrations with Ryoshu's acronyms, which in turn gave her fewer causes to snicker about. I'm not sure why, but something tells me that she might be making her acronyms ridiculously incomprehensible on purpose. If your conjecture is correct, Executive Manager, she has one tasteless sense of humor. From what I recall, the toys and games he was into were pretty retro. Must have been annoying to play along.
At first. But the more I played along, the more I got into it. Still corny and juvenile as shit, though. I know aught of that conflict within thee. Trifling and apocryphal they may be, yet we are all compelled to peer hinwards at the interests of the family. Yeah, I wanted to know what Papa was into to really get what he was talking about. Besides, I needed to know these things if I wanted to chat him up and talk about a mutual subject, so... Oh... Poor Kira. Oh my god. Emotionally neglectful as shit. You tell me about you all the time, Yoshihide. Proud shit. Not a day went by without him saying stuff like, Yoshihide learned this in 2 days, or, yo, this was Yoshihide's fave, you know? Too bad I wasn't here to tell you that his words weren't worth shit. I once thought of him the same as you do now. A good man, at least among the nurse fathers, caring enough to bring me gifts. But one day, I realized that he'd never understand the things I really cared about, even if his life had depended on it. One day, thou sayest? Pray tell, was there aught that had changed thy perception of that man? That... I don't remember why or when. Just that it happened. Wait, I might know this. Wasn't it something that happened at school? Papa told me that things started getting awkward between you and him ever since you quit school. Bullshit, I've never been to school. I've never even thought of wanting to go to school. Matthias must have been talking out of his ass again. Huh? No way, bro. I even saw a clip of it. What? Papa showed me that video when he was teaching me how to use these doors. I even saw baby you going, "I'm at the school, Dad," in that video, so I'm pretty dang sure. But I don't... As Kira went on, Ryoshu's confidence from her initial retort seemed to slip away. I couldn't blame her. So much of her memory had been mutilated. Ryoshu didn't sound like she was denying it out of hand, though. She seemed to mean it when she said she'd never been to school and had never even wanted to. And I want to glimpse the fragment of the memory that made her say that. The moment I willed it, a scene from her past suddenly flashed across my eyes. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from school. There is an beep, 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 a subsidiary of the ring. Academy. You sure it was a school? Not like an art academy or something like it? Perchance it'd be an academy, not a school? Wait, that kind of makes more sense, yeah. Must have been an academy, not a school. Academy of Art. Ryoshu muttered a few words as though they were pieces of a puzzle she was assembling. Then, after a brief moment, she turned to me with an astounded scoff and a look of mild irritation. Clock. You deserve a smack. Then lightly smacked me upside the head with her scabbard. What was that for? This memory sucks, Clock. I would have been just fine without it. But at least I got to remember the incident that changed my perspective on Matthias. Dad, how do I go to a school? School, Yoshihide? Well, I don't see why you would wish, let alone need, to go to such an institution, when we nurse fathers are here to provide you with all the education you require. You would later find our unique style of homeschooling to have been much more enlightening than trudging through any of the nest's formulaic educational systems. But Dad, I saw him in a picture book. Baby! And I don't have any friends here. Oh, Rhiannon is pointless. But it is true that there are qualities that can be learned only through group erudition that engenders competition. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from school. Really? No. I'm sorry. I intend to send Yoshihide to an academy as part of my educational curriculum. There is an Academy of Art, a subsidiary of the Ring. Companionship with other talented children of approximately her age will nourish the spirit of inspiration that will guide Yoshihide's growth. Hi, Fraudling. The prescript approves. But Callisto, I'll tell you now, that you might be making a mistake. And how are you so certain of that? Do elaborate if you can, hand puppet of the prescripts by whom every aspect of existence is articulated. What do you even know of choice? Of what is right or wrong?
And off they went. Perhaps a little more situational awareness would have prevented what is to come. Callisto had found me a rather decent academy. The artworks that used to scare me when I was alone weren't so bad when I was with other kids. No, that's not quite it. It'd be more accurate to say that I started to understand people's perspective on beauty. Of course I would, when all we ever did was nod along to the lecturers and spout purple prose, all the while making pincushions out of people's bodies like it was nothing. God. It is, hold on. I still have no idea what the educational difference is between an academy and a school. I'd assume it's kind of, I think the difference they're pointing out is basically, like, the difference between a specialized academy and then, like, public school, right? Because I'm assuming, the school systems that we're talking about in the Nest are basically, like, those general, like, public schools, you know, the ones that will teach you, like, math, reading, every skill you need over the course of, like, your entire, like, childhood, so that you can, like, join the workforce. And then there's academies, which are a lot more specialized, such as this art academy right here. Now, granted, some academies may just function the same as school and just be called academies in name, but I'm assuming that's, like, the main difference they're pointing out, which is, like, oh, Ryoshu went to a specialized academy instead of, like, an actual public school where she wants to, like, grow up with other kids. Let's see. It still is really funny that the Ring and Index member are the most reasonable nurse fathers, which is crazy, because they're both really shitty in their own right. Our lesson today will focus on corporist techniques. Now, take a good look at the diagram here, then the mannequins before you. Weave the blood vessels in the same pattern as the diagram, and...
I don't know why we're even learning about corporate stuff in this day and age. Right? I don't get what the point of this slog is, tying and shaping blood vessels to make a color that a drop of ink can do better. I read that in a book. I'm more excited to learn about Cubist technique than this crap. Honestly, why is this washed-up movement even a part of a curriculum? It's just boring, shallow gore stuff. No, it's gory, but it's boring and shallow only because you guys are bad at it. What? Oh, you mad because your daddy's a lame corporist? Oh, is he? No wonder his stuff is just as— Ow! I was taught that people who say bad things about my family deserve to get their butt kicked.
Them bad-mouthing Callisto wasn't actually what set me off. I didn't have any special reverence or attachment to family, like Matthias did either. It's just that it's just what I was taught to dislike, that's all. Just one of those tantrums kids of that age have. Kids will be kids, and all that.
I'm home, Dad.
Hey, buddy, you're home early. Oh man, must have been playing rough today, huh? You've got dust all over.
Got into a fight.
A fight?
Yeah, they kept saying dumb things about class stuff, so I smacked them.
What about you? They didn't hit you anywhere, did they, buddy?
On my cheek, but it's okay, because I punched them this many more times. Did I do good?
That's my girl.
Dad? Where are you going?
Oh, you know, just got some business to take care of. Why don't you sit tight and work on a coloring book? Daddy will be home before you know it.
Okay. Is it bro business?
No, it's family business. I ain't seen what's so bad about taking care of your own. Them snotty sods don't learn respect unless you're beaten into them. Heathcliff, don't advocate for beating children! If only he'd been a simple-minded fool like you. Then the story would have ended right there with a pat on my head. What?
Papa... I mean, the middle doesn't stop there. It never does. Hurt a member of the family? That automatically gets you written up in the book.
Yeah, and he did what he did in the end.
Huh?
There you are, Yoshihide. Is class starting already? My diligent little girl. Wonder who she takes after.
Dad?
I know, I said I'll be back before you know it, but I got a bit lost trying to find my way through the ring bastards' tricky mazes. You know how they are. Oh, yeah, and there are so many sniveling brats here. Well, as for their crimes, they slapped my buddy's face hard enough to leave a mark. That's an arm for you. As for the instructors, well, anyone would agree that they did one sorry job of keeping these tykes under control. Oh my god, dude. In that case, pursuant to Title 2, Section 52 of the book, execution by beheading. They clearly don't got much use for what sits on their shoulders, eh? How do you like it, buddy? Papa's the best, ain't he? How dare he! Such senseless, barbaric violence! Uncultured, uncivilized animal! Hey, you can't call him that, he's brown! Whoa! Academies in the context being used here are specialized, independent, or otherwise private institutions, particularly focused on Specific fields, trades, which schools, schools. Have more freedom, curriculum, schedule, term dates, and whatnot compared to otherwise. I see.
Do not be discouraged, dearest Yoshihide. I have eyed out yet another academy worthy of your talents. It is a much more significant and prestigious institution this time. I assure you, even an intemperate berserker like Matthias won't dare force his way into such a place as he did the previous academy.
Don't wanna.
Yoshihide?
I don't wanna go to an academy. I don't wanna go. I don't need friends anyways.
All this posturing, nothing that was ever important to me held any significance to Matthias. Took a lot away from me just to feel good about himself. So I hoped he, more than anyone, would never find out about the things I held dear, because I was afraid he would take them away from me like he did the others. But he'd always catch on faster than he had any right to. Every contract that took me away from the House of Spiders made me tremble in anxiety. Because I was worried about... I don't remember what. But I do know that I could never stop thinking about my room. So, whatever occupied the room in my absence must have been the most precious thing to me in the world. A scabbard, which had been stirring lightly as Ryoshu recounted it past, soon began to rattle audibly. It's doing that thing again. Ryoshu patted the scabbard with a gentle, reassuring hand. A scabbard that was once Araya, a memory without attachment. It appeared to me almost as though she was pacifying a crying child. Seeing that gesture, Heathcliff briefly cast a sullen yet faintly expectant gaze between Ryoshu's scabbard and my device. He must be thinking back to his last conversation with Catherine. But Catherine's existence, unlike Araya's, was erased by the golden bow itself. I doubt this device could do anything for Heathcliff at this point. From everything we know, the ring nurse father seems to have been the least awful parental figure in your childhood.
Huh. Yeah, didn't know that Robonk was such a radical guy. Sent you to an academy like you wanted and even got angry on your behalf.
Oh. Hazy memories. Almost forgot to mention. A few days after that, Callisto left a snowman by my pillow as a gift. It was made as heads.
Heads?
Yes. Decapitated heads from the incident at the academy, threaded together into a sculpture. Thinking back, it was one sorry excuse for an art. He's sorely mistaken if he thought some low-effort bullshit like that could make me feel better. Ugh, could have spared us the details, lass. Well, with that covered, do you guys want to head back? Hang on.
What's up? Gotta get that luscious treatment before heading back?
Shut it, you! That ain't it! Look there, those blokes walking out of the salon. Falvis, ain't they? Found us. It would not be odd to find a field branch of the ring's art movement in different districts of the city, especially that of the Falvis scale. However, various evidence, such as their masks and the fact that our group has immediately drawn their attention, suggests that they are in the same pack as the one making regular excursions into the House of Spiders. This is LCB, speaking to Team Leader Alan, requesting immediate commencement of lockdown sequence. Copy that. Then why don't we...
Holy shit, guys, stop!
Bloody hell, what?
Don't you know where you are? You're smack dab in the middle protective turf. Cause a scene and bros and sisters in the middle will be here any second.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. You've already drawn the ring's unwanted attention. We certainly don't want the middle coming after us to the House of Spiders, too. Sounds like you've got a G.I. Talk.
Ever played whack-a-mole? Like, why give ourselves a countdown? Just head back through the door now and beat up whoever thinks it's a great idea to walk in through the door.
She puts forth a sound strategy, Executive Manager. As long as there's no high-ranking officer among them, it would be to our benefit. Well then, let's do as Kira says. That was quick. Alan blinked, shooting us a puzzled look as our entire squad came pouring through the door long before he finished the lockdown sequence. Due to newly emergent complications past the door, we have concluded that this location is the optimal point to intercept and engage the infiltrators from the ring. This location, you say? Ah, wait, that door leads to a zone under a single wing's protection, doesn't it? Better idea to fight here, then. Happy to work with someone up quick on the uptake. It wasn't long before the Falvis began rushing in through the open door. I didn't want to summon them while they're relaxing, but, well, it can't be helped. And I summoned the sinners back to work. Man, that's gotta suck, dude.
Papa, I want to go to school.
I think I'm gonna kill children today, Yoshihide.
Papa, no! Papa, no!
I love beheading school-aged children, Ryoshu. of beheading people for no fucking reason. Alright, just gonna go through the usual battle. So, I don't think I really have much to remark here. This is probably gonna be usual. I don't recognize this guy, though. Let me take a look. Probably same as the others. Okay. No peek at Sal Pipio aggro industries for us, unfortunately. What's that? I know I'm stupid and I missed out what that is. S-Corp's full name. Oh! Oh, okay, okay, okay. Apple. God, apples are so fucking tasty, dude. Thank you, Kira. Oh, I don't think I've seen Rota do that yet. Cool. Anyways, can I imagine? I can imagine the sinners just ragdolling as Dante calls them while they're just doing their own business on the toilet or something. Oh my god, they get dragged across the concrete like they got tied to the back of a truck. Another apple for me. God, that node was really long though. Heathcliff is about to run out of ammo. Alright, Heathcliff's out of ammo. Yay! Oh, that's satisfying. Are you gonna do it again? Are you gonna do it again, Honglu? Nah. Oh, thank you, Merceau. I'll take it. Yummy. And now we have 2 left. Alright, that should do it. I don't even think I looked at what the defense skill for Honglu does. Big damage. I should try doing like a bleed mirror dungeon with Honglu sometime. I think it'd be fun. It's silly.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은 세 가지 작품을 뜻하고
Good damage. Ah, more reading.
제 작품이 만인의 신금을 울리지는 못하더라도
Oh,
여전히 반지에
thanks, Honglu.
담는 작품을
Okay, and that about wraps up the middles corridor. Thanks to you folks, we managed to cut door cataloging workload by 80%. I really appreciate everyone going the extra mile to check each and every door, too. Made my life a whole lot easier. It's all thanks to the manager's excellent strategization. Next up, the Thumbs corridor. But we actually found a lot of intel lying around there, so we just need you to check some of the doors in its basement. Intel? The manager expresses interest in the aforementioned intel. Ah, that. In the Thumbs corridor, we came across a bundle of papers detailing the comings and goings of the Thumbs members and the orders they were carrying. Whoever wrote the logs has been diligently keeping them updated. The last entry was written not so long ago. While the contents of the notes weren't all that interesting, they helped us get an idea of where each door in that corridor leads to. Valentina's shitty scrap papers. She'd been keeping up with that useless shit this whole time. Useless shit? Remnants of her desperate search for a thread to cling to. We found one of her backup ticket hoards. I've marked any doors that need work with the drone. There should be about 3 or 4 of them. While you guys do that, I've got some leftover work to take care of over here, so... I've been noticing throughout our interactions, but whenever anything irrelevant to his work came up, Alan seemed to have a way of unhearing and maneuvering right past it as though he didn't even register what was said. Recalling our conversation with Sasara back at P Corp, that deeply uncurious indifference might just be one of the essential personality traits to go on as a corporate employee in the city. Yes! Understood. We will explore the areas past the marked doors and return here. Thanks a ton. Well then, with Alan returning to where the other Wayfarer Company employees were huddled around, we decided to follow the corridor to the left. Hey, there's someone in there. More of the ring, maybe? Going by their silhouettes, they're unlikely to be members of the ring.
Come on, lady, get out of my way so I can see. It's the detective, some stubby guy I don't know, and that annoyingly airy dude.
Sounds like Moses, Gregor, and Honglu, respectively? A trio's conversation grew clearer the closer I approached them. You okay, fella? You bumped your head earlier.
Fine as a fiddle.
It was just a minor fall. This is the 3rd time it's occurred. We ought to discuss this issue with the manager once this consultation is over. Honglu's just like that. Leave him alone. I think I'm seeing a bump on the side of Honglu's head. Anyway, you know what to do, right? If at any moment you see signs of...
Don't worry, Gregor. You made it through the explanation and footage both. You're gonna be fine again. I believe in you.
Look at you now.
You're right where it happened, but your arm is stable. See?
Ironically, fear tends to grow most unmitigated when it is distant and unseen. I understand what you might be worried about, but I don't even see the earliest portents of it. So don't hesitate to share the unfiltered thoughts that arise while you're in here. I know what I saw in the footage, but I'm still having a hard time believing it. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm just avoiding the truth when it's staring me right in the face. What? My case is nothing like Don Quixote's. She just needs to keep her shoes on, and it's all good and dandy for her, isn't it? Things don't work out that way. For me.
Whatever they're talking about sounds hella deep, guys. Sure about eavesdropping on him like this?
That geezer's always weirdly cagey about himself. Maybe now's our chance to learn more about him.
He's sharing such an IS about himself for once. Why walk away?
Don Quixote gives a nonsensical interpretation of Ryoshu's acronym as Kira rolls her eyes out of exasperation. Between the bickering sinners and Kira, however, Otis stands in silence with an inscrutable look on her face. She's listening to the exchange between Moses and Gregor like a woman possessed. I mean, I guess that would make sense. They're both Smoke War veterans, she's gotta listen in. Okay, let's keep listening then. Otis was right. Damn it, she was right all along. The war isn't over. It never was. And it can't ever be over as long as this fucking joke as a gift stays attached to my arm. Barbed words. Now let's revisit a question you couldn't answer while the footage was playing. Hopefully it's become easier to answer now. You've been using that arm to fight just fine so far. How? I don't mind fighting hostiles or enemies. I'm not the kind of person who worries about people trying to kill me. But killing my comrades, that changes things, doesn't it? I can't even control it. There's nothing I can do to even brace for it. It's unstoppable, like some kind of time bomb counting down to unleash a disease you'd never know when its symptoms will set off. Even Heathcliff, who was always first to step up when people began to spiral into self-hatred, stood in conflicted silence, his lips drawing a hard, straight line. Besides, Gregor wasn't wrong in that, at present, there wasn't any way to stop his transformation should it occur again. We've still got a good chunk of the journey left, and eventually we'll have to... No matter what lurks in the past of us sinners, even if they have killed hundreds, thousands, no, tens of thousands of innocent people, will you still embrace them? Hey, Otis. I'm really afraid for your Kanto next year. We'll eventually have to confront an even darker, bleaker truth of the war. Can I really trust Gregor not to crumble under that inevitable pressure? I see. You're afraid you'll end up hurting us. Well, that's... at first I thought I couldn't give a hoot whether or not I accidentally murdered some of you. It's a bit saddening to hear that. You know how it is, Honglu. We, the bus team, didn't exactly get off to a rockin' good start. But through our journey, I've begun to think you all of you all as my comrades, and I was okay with that because I had too much faith in my own weakness. When I realized that I'd grown so weak that I couldn't even take down some backstreet thugs with this arm, I was relieved. Imagine that. The same arm. My arm. A weapon that stabbed the heart out of countless people during the Smoke War. I'll be honest. When that Hohenheim fella said that I was an exception, the thought alone made me hope. Exception. A potential to be harmless, weaker than even a non-combatant like Yi-sang. Made me hope for a life that didn't sound too bad. We all know how that went though, don't we? Blew up in the worst possible way. Oh, Gregor. And after all that, I just couldn't bring myself to fight again. Because I no longer knew when this fear would eat me up again. Because I'm constantly afraid of this damn gift manifesting again. The same fear you've carried all this time. How did you endure it before? Badly. Barely. Holding on to the idea that living's gotta live on, and nothing else. This really brings me back years. The memories are so clear, it's like they all happened yesterday. Besides, at best you kick me off the bus before push comes to... That can't be the answer, Gregor. You can walk away, but the danger of our journey won't leave with you. Dante and the rest of us will still be facing an endless repeat of peril. And it's not like leaving the bus will bring peace to your heart. Our deaths can be reversed should an accident occur, even if it comes at the cost of Dante's suffering. The same can't be said for most people in the city. Now that's something I never expected to hear from you. I guess you're right. For seeing this through to any kind of end, this would be the place to do so. Not many places in the city have some warmth to them like this one does. Boy, this consultation thing is pretty embarrassing. I mean, it's not like I was forced to go with something as traumatizing as yours, Honglu. Gregor! Gregor! Don't try and compare your traumas! Everybody has their own traumas, okay? Don't think of your own trauma as less traumatizing than someone else's. Sure, Honglu had to watch an entire corp get murdered, but you watched the Smoke War! The fucking Smoke War! Trauma power skip! Let me catch up with chat. I'm extremely excited for Otis' Kanto because I'm excited and I'm curious how PM will adapt the Odyssey into the city. I haven't read the Odyssey yet, but I would like to. Woo! Textbook downplaying! Woo! Truth be told, I'm not some special case. Everyone who participated in that war must have gone through more or less the same experience. Miss Moses, Otis, and even Valentina, that piece of work. We can't attach a number to our misfortunes as if there's something to be measured. When I fled from my past, I tried my hardest to avert my eyes from it. But you, Gregor, you're not like me. Every few steps that distanced you from the past, you come to a pause to spare a look towards the past you had walked. All those years I let slip by, all those that slipped you by, are dotted with fathoms of suffering that are both ineffable and beyond measure. Dude, if I was still, like, as into Hong Greg as I was when I first started playing the game, this would be nuclear to me right now. It still is kind of nuclear, but mostly on an individual character scale. Different experiences, different pain. Still, if there's one thing common to everyone, it's that trauma leaves after effects that linger for a long time. What are yours? I dislike loud noises and people who talk too much. I sound too much like the cacophony of the war, like screaming comrades who resented me even as they lay dying, and the wounds they left in my heart bled me dry. But I thought you were fond of Miss Ezra and Miss Moses. I've talked too much. Sounds like lesbian talk to me. That aside, haven't you heard your fill? Might as well come out from that corner you're hiding in.
Oh man, they knew we've been dropping eaves this whole time.
I was actually waiting for just the right time to come out and say a few words, but I couldn't find an appropriate moment to... Oh, well, I would have had to share this with Manager Bud or the rest of you fellas sooner or later, so I don't really mind, but... What's she doing here? T.A. Temporary ally? No. Temporary accompaniment.
Don't be an asshole. I'm working my ass off to help you guys.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. You're right on time. I've been working on a theory, but I don't have all the clues to be absolutely certain. A word from someone in the know may immensely improve my confidence in the theory. Kira, do you know which door the Thumb's nurse father was most attached to?
Huh? No, duh.
Duh? That's supposed to be obvious.
Didn't you guys all see her? You think I'd just chat up a scary lady like that? Dude, she was beating the ever-loving shit out of Lucio every time I saw them together. Oh yeah, he went down fighting you guys to the end, huh?
Yeah. Said stuff about her generosity and all that, and fought till he died.
Damn, that's unexpected. Being real for a sec here, I thought he was totally gonna swap sides.
Really? That lad? And why is that?
You know, the vibes. You guys don't know because you haven't seen him without the long and scary lady always looming over him. What's up? Gonna stab her right in the spine?
You.
Look, I think you might be training wrong because, like, you're not improving as much as you should from all that grind. Let me show you what I learned about sword swings from this comic book.
That is not how my master has instructed me. The textbook cannot be permitted to have even a single deviation if it even means to repay the debt it owes her.
Why are you so obsessed with all that crap anyway? You don't even like that old lady.
But you're not so different from me in that regard, are you?
Bro, the heck you talking about? I love my papa. Seriously, I thought things were gonna crash and burn before Yoshihide even came home.
Suppose textbook and I had that in common. If this one doesn't know, let me redirect the question towards you, Sinner Ryoshu. Hopefully this touches upon one of your more intact memories. Do you know which of these doors the Thumb Nurse father showed particular attachment to? Or the door she used most often? Why ask me? Fine, yes, I do remember. Don't even need clock's help to piece it back together. It's that one. The door with metal pieces dangling from it. Holy shit, I almost died out there. Son of a bitch, a fucking fly. Where did those G-Corp fucks even drag these gross pests from? Mom? Are you okay? Do I look okay to you, Ticket? No, not really. I'm fine. You know I don't break easy. You should have been there to see me tear the head off that G-Corp vermin, Ticket. But Mom, your leg's bleeding a lot. Comes another mission. Oh, boy, they really can't do shit without me, huh? So much for a break. The fuck is this? Bandages for you. Is this kid serious? Got truckloads of expensive treatments on the ready to patch me up the moment I get back to the well, okay, never mind that. Hey, this works. Mom? Sit tight and don't start any trouble. I'll teach you some sword techniques once I'm back. Must have been her years in the smoke war. Yeah, fighting in the war took a lot out of her and left her perpetually exhausted. But she marched to every battle with a smile. Stopped drinking. Stopped beating me, too. Like a blissful idiot who forgot that she was still neck-deep in the inescapable pit called the House of Spiders. Well, the ironic peace didn't last. Sometime after the war ended, someone she called the consigliere of the Thumb visited the House of Spiders as a tutor. Let me catch up with the chat. Can't wait for this stuff to be voiced. Me too! And that's when she went right back to drinking herself to a shit-faced stupor day after day. The beatings returned, and so did the edge in her profanities. It was pathetic. Hold on, why though? Sure, I was on the losing side, but wasn't Valentina on the winning side? A war hero at that. Ever heard of the regulation that prevents smoke war participants from moving into I-Corp and K-Corp nests? Ah! Wait, that's what happened to Roland, wasn't it? The common thread between these post-war rules is that they make the lives of veterans difficult. Dubious rules that don't discriminate between winners and losers. I see. There must have been things going on behind the scenes there, too. But doesn't that mean that backdoor will drop us into a trench they dug during the war? Yes, and Gregor will be the one to open it. Wait, me? Yes. Others can do it for you, but what would be the point? You sure this won't just end up giving him more nightmares? I don't see how this helps him in any way. We do not have any means to treat whatever it is that slumbers within his arm. However, I would surmise that the underlying cause of the sudden transformation wasn't the arm itself. Then what? It's trauma, His arm took control after his psyche was crushed by the weight of the unspeakable memories coming back to haunt him. It's not because the arm went berserk that he started reliving his painful past. It's the other way around. Isn't that so? If you can come to understand that the war is really over and that what others say, no matter how closely they echo the past, is not necessarily aimed at you, then you may be able to loosen your grip on the fear and anxiety that your arm could metamorphose at any moment.
While her suggestion may seem blunt, it is one of the most basic treatment principles of M-Corp psychotherapy centers.
Yep. Fine then. Guess I'll open it up. Gregor walked up to the door, grabbed its handle, and then paused, taking slow, deep breaths. And with an arm, he gently opened the door. Yep, Roland got fucked over like that. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Why are you running? You should be taking the lead on the front lines with our G-Corp banner held high. I don't want to die. It's nice to have a place to go back to. Oh, right. Happy 15th birthday!
But you can't possibly have the cheek to call me cruel. You G-Corp pests were far more messed up than I ever was, ripping people apart, cannibalizing them. You were nothing but a swarm of fucked up monsters. I thought I'd woken up from the dream, but I was still... Gregor, are you good? Are we gonna have to look at the Roach Emperor again? I hope not. I hope not. Let me get an apple real quick. Mm. Oh, poor Gregor. Oh, he's back! Oh, he's back! Let me reformulate the team. Okay. I want all my bleed identities here. And ryoshu for the bonus. Actually, do I have enough for Merceau right now? Shit. No, I need like 500 more. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bring in you, and get support ryoshu. Why am I saying ryoshu? Roja! It's fucking Roja! I swear, sometimes I just mix their fucking names up for no reason. Anyways. And last but not least, I'll grab you. Actually, I'll grab you. Now I'll grab you. Okay, we're good. Distort. I don't think Gregor will distort. I think he'll just, Oh! This place.
Ah, it's just a boring old office. I was kind of ready to be shook, thinking we were about to walk into a war zone or something.
Do you recognize this place? Of course I do. My last job before LIMBUS Company. And my desk was over there. Here's a tip, fellas. When you're working in an office like this, always get a corner desk facing the wall if you can help it. Lets you hide from the boss man. Out of sight, out of mind, you know? You can do whatever you want that way. Work, chill, or even freak out in terror at the slightest sound of metal clinking. Nobody will catch you. Nobody will think you're a bother to other people. Gregor grins, a bitter, mocking smile directed at himself. The only downside of this desk arrangement being people walking up behind me to get my attention. Higher-ups just had to holler, "Hey, vet hire!" and I'd scuttle up right to them, but the others can't do that. So whenever people walked up to me from behind, I'd get afraid that I might cause an accident. Vet hire. Must be about the post-war veteran special employment. Right, but I couldn't possibly complain. Wouldn't have gotten that job without it, you know. Not everyone was lucky enough to be considered for that. I was better off than most. Gregor? Head manager Ted? Gregor whipped around, his head instinctively leaping to his other arm. There was an unfamiliar man in a clean suit standing behind us. It really is you, Gregor! And I see some new faces with you. Oh, wait, you folks must be the account that the guys in the other team asked us to leave the meeting room open for. Landed a new job, huh? I can see you've got a new employee card right there. Oh, well, so, how have you been doing? Me? Same old, same old. Well enough. It's not like I've got anywhere else to go, right? This is the most normal guy I've ever seen in any Project Moon game ever. It's kind of fucking scary. This looks like a guy I'd see on, like, the back of, like, a Monopoly box. I'm not surprised you found new work so soon. You're always a dependable guy. Is the pay good? How's life, man? Oh, yeah, you were gonna sell that, commemorative coin? Oh. I like that ego gift. Some kind of medal, right? Hope you got paid good money for that. Look at me, asking how's life to a fellow citizen. Can't imagine anybody would have anything good to say to that, huh? Moving on. Hope no one's hounding you with the bet higher shit over there. No, not at all. There's none of that here. Hey, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad you don't have to deal with that dang jackass of an exec VP messing with you like he was a war veteran himself. You know how many years I had to hear that geezer bragging about how he profiteered from the war, pulling himself up by his bootstraps, about how in every peril is an opportunity waiting to be found, blah blah blah. I'm preaching to the choir, aren't I? That guy, huh? Is he still taking his sauna break during work hours? What do you think? His sit misses his ass every day. Oh, get this. Remember how he used to call you special employment fellas Nepo Force? A few days ago, his name showed up in the HR report. Guess what it said? Turns out he was lining his pockets with kickbacks when we were choosing to fix our office for a partnership project. There's about to be a vacancy in the office real soon. Really? Isn't he, you know, an actual Nepo? Thought he's the president's family. Yeah, man, it's that bad. It's what anyone ever talks about by the water cooler. If there's anything I learned here, it's that people obsessed with that back in my day are all kinda like him. I hate how their glory days are kinda behind him. Kinda like a distraction for how pathetic they are now. And hey, a backstreet kids like myself doesn't have glory days to look back on and yearn for, right? I look back and it's all doom and gloom. You know, if you've ever hit rock bottom, you also know the only way left to go is up. You've said something like that before, yeah. Yeah, guess it's my own brand of bullshit philosophy. Oh boy, look at me running my mouth in front of our customers. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, don't worry about it. That's a pretty unique prosthesis you've got there. No worries, but it seemed that you were on your way to submit these proposals? Gee golly, I'm late. Thank you for snapping me out of it. I'm gonna get one heck of a scolding. Anyway, Gregor, hit me up sometime, eh? Let's go out and catch up over a drink or something. Oh, sure, if I get the chance. A man who seemed like Gregor's former coworker hurried away, but he didn't forget to wave us a good-natured goodbye. I can see a little bit of him in the way you talk, Gregor. Come on, I don't sound as old as he does, do I? Moses, who had been quietly observing as Gregor and his former coworker chatted, and exhaled a light stream of smoke and slowly began to speak. Many of us who return from the war seem to suffer from a certain misconception. When we are told to remember, it does not mean we are bidden to live through the nightmare of the past over and over again. We are not being cursed to relive the pain and suffer in it. Both Ezra and I, we are both trying to be free of the misconception we inflicted on ourselves. It's not like I remember because I want to. Well, if you can't bring yourself to forget them, might as well include in your memory the fact that the war has indeed ended. Fine. You're not wrong there. Gregor stared at his right arm for a while, quietly contemplating. Manage your bed. Can't say I can give you any reassurance, but just going on with my life seems to be the best answer for now. I want to ask if you're okay with that, though. I'll manage, but it's you who's gonna have to deal with the aftermath. Gregor would always say the same to those suffering from the cruelty inherent in living. Still, live on. Just live on. Yet, even as his lips spoke those words, his eyes would take on a desperate and unfocused look, shaded beneath despair. Today, the gloomy gray seemed to give way to just a hint of the blue sky beyond. This may be no more than a single ray of the sun peering through the dark clouds that have long suffocated the sky. It will probably take much more than this for the shadows to be fully lifted, but don't you worry. I'll be fine. It's so incredibly weird, right? Yeah, exactly. Huh? Were you here the entire time? Yes. I was told by that Allen figure that someone has to stay behind and watch the door during these operations. So I stayed and...
Oh man, it's those asshats again!
Weird. The corridor's not a place for these newbies to be roaming around on their own. As you can see, a few uninvited guests have decided to visit us through a different door. Sorry, I stopped reading the text because I'm eating an apple. Well, we can't just let them through, can we? Kill them all! I keep forgetting Gregor's book about that doom and gloom bug story. Dude, Metamorphosis is such a good book, dude. It just makes me wonder if we'll be able to see more of Gregor's family. Probably not. It's mostly focused on him and Herman, after all. I see if I can finish within the next 2 hours, because I really want to finish in the next hour. Oh, Sancho. I was wondering who was talking during the Clash Lose. Now I only realize it was Kira now because I actually was able to see her dialogue.
감상은 어떤가요?
이 정도쯤은
Good job, Honglu.
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아하는 감회가 새로워요.
예사롭지가 않은데?
Oh, Ryoshu, come on.
Connect the colors.
How many slices of apple do you have? I actually just finished. I actually just finished my apples. Now I have strawberries and like a couple bananas left. Mmm, yummy. I'm also just kind of desperate to finish this intervallo. I read faster than I read out loud. So, I really like reading. Thank you, Kira. You stop slobbering all over me, Don Quixote. Actually, you can. I don't mind. Man, that came out a lot worse than I intended it to. I feel so fucking cocomelon right now. I've always referred to Limbus as like gore cocomelon for me. Are you gonna do the thing, Ryoshu? Oh. She rolled a fucking tails. Thank you, Yusang. Oh shit, since when did her health get so low? I'm not sure how that happened, but I'll take it. I'll do this for resonance, and then... Yay! Oh, well now she's dead. Cool. Nice. I love that Dante just spams fucking, like... Just, they're just spamming the fucking, goddammit, I forgot. Just spamming Malkuth for us. Thank you, Dante. I don't have to use my fucking shit today. My... Durante, right, Durante. It's called Durante. I should have known, because Durante is also a derivative of Dante. Or is it is Dante derived from Durante? I don't remember. Which way is it? Oh dear, she exploded. Yeah, rest in peace.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은
Inferno. Yeah, I know about Dante's Inferno. I'm just wondering which name came first, Durante or Dante?
제 작품이 만인의 신금을 울리지는 못했는데 부디.
I would say maybe Durante, right? But I don't know. Once we dealt with the Falvus who invaded the Dumner destroyed corridor, we left for the indexes and ran into a few familiar faces waiting for us at our destination. Hi guys! Don't you guys have today off? Yeah, but I thought I might as well come along. It's, you know, you keep summoning us while we're in the middle of something, so I decided that it might actually be more convenient for us to be with you in person. Your summoning occurred at the most unideal moment. Now, I know you weren't doing it on purpose, but all 3 times you summoned me, I was leaning over snacks topped with a bunch of whipped cream. Today I learned that blacking out and waking up to a me-shaped indent in the cake I was about to chow down doesn't make for a very relaxing break, haha. Sorry about that. I should have checked in with you guys before summoning, but I'm still getting used to it. Okay, now you're being too sorry. No hard feelings here, you know. I'm tagging along because I needed some exercise, that's all. I appreciate the additional employee assignments. Now, if you could share any information that you know about yet another corridor.
I hung out here all the time, so I know this place a little. There was this super clingy, annoying little... no, that wasn't the masked dude. There was this other,
Is there something you don't remember?
Oh,
Right, Kira probably doesn't remember Sora. Sora? I don't think that name rings any bells for us either. Is that someone who used to live here? Yeah, well, Sora was the Index Apprentice, so she probably lived here.
forsooth, the Index Apprentice. Oh, pray tell, wherefore is it that the middle, the thumb, and the ring each have apprentices, yet the index and pinky lack them?
It would indeed be quite odd if a mere 3 of the 5 fingers kept an apprentice each. Retrace my collections, yet I find it following a trail of odorless air, invisible and unreal.
No, there was someone, but I can't...
The representations of the pinky and index apprentices are
missing.
no, to be more precise, a merciless braid has shredded and reduced them to an intangible formlessness. How refreshing to hear that same impression from someone else rather than myself for once. As it seemed that I was the only one who remembered the 2 apprentices, I retraced back to our first meeting and briefly shared what I knew about Sora.
Huh, she doesn't sound like a very forgettable character.
Well, the Araya Shiki cut her into ribbons. That would explain why it feels as though I'm recalling a sequence of events, but the critical part missing in between.
I can almost imagine her giggling to herself like a creepy loner, and she probably wears glasses too, right? Like one of those gloomy introverts from anime.
I see. So that's why it feels like I'm tearing through each strand of a weave. Ryoshu? Let's just say the world's made of string or thread clock. With every slash, this blade would be cutting through the flow of strands that twine to compose one existence. When an object is severed forever beyond repair, you'd think neither trace nor shape would be left of it. But now that you piece some of it together, it's almost... Instead of elaborating further, Ryoshu fell silent again, save for the sound of the tip of her cigarette turning to ash, like she was recalling another incomplete memory. I guess she's trying to avoid over-speculating on what she doesn't know for sure.
Damn, that totally breaks the meta. I had a big idea of how it works, but this is the first time I'm hearing the deets. Papa had to go through 4 ramp-up stages and remove seals to, even make full use of his sword. Honestly, yours needs a trade-off. Your sword totally power creeps Papa's.
T.O.? There's plenty already.
Oh, so true. Guess slicing your memories away is one hell of a trade-off. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm guessing you don't have anything to contribute for this corridor.
I've got one. I don't know where it leads, but the index guy used it all the time.
Hopefully it doesn't drop us into an army of indexes. T.P.U. They rarely gather in big groups. She said that's pretty unlikely. No, she doesn't want a translator anymore. Oh, what was that for, Ryoshu? Wait, did you just hit me with that sword handle? I didn't do anything. I saw Ryoshu's scabbard Araya suddenly jerking to the side, prodding Sinclair like I was annoyed by something. I won't STS. I'll SYLC until you can barely walk. I swear, this isn't a slander or whatever. Look, you poked me so hard you left a mark on my arm. Here. Well, I don't want to read too much into it, but the scabbard was rattling like it was irritated by something.
Stop interpreting for her. This is why she won't stop making up these nonsense acronyms. He's making it worse. I gotta stop him from translating for her somehow.
Araya? Wait, that voice just now, it sounded a lot like Araya's. Dante, you saw that too, right? Ryoshu didn't do anything. Wait, really? It really wasn't her? Nope. Then it's decided. To be fair to Sinclair, no one else but I saw in full detail how the scabbard came to be. Did see brain-rotted daughter or the blade-studying nerd son? All names are just some form of another name, so I guess it would be Durante. I guess so. It would be really funny if they walked through that door and Rian's just passed out on the floor dead in the sewers. Which means that he couldn't imagine his wildest dream that the scabbard poked him of its own volition. Doesn't seem like any of the other sinners heard that voice either.
Damn, you guys bully him a lot, huh?
Well, the lad's a bit long overdue for a little smack upside his noggin. We should head inside. Let's not keep Alan waiting. Kira directed us towards an almost disturbingly normal wooden door, so featureless that I could have mistaken it for any of the dozen of doors we walked in past other nests. We were greeted by a whiff of stale, musty air the moment we walked through the door. It's the sea, isn't it? Fuck! I think this leads to a basement. And emerged to what appeared to be an almost dungeon-like basement area.
Whenever the masked unc's beeper rang, he'd walk through this door. So, who are they?
The Index. Hey, guys! Signs of life. There are people living down here up until just a few hours ago. Why are you here, paper slips? We were only executing the prescript. I've had it with these prescripts, that at least yours don't make annoying beeps. The basement was stocked up with shelf-stable and non-perishable food, and the cells were all completely empty save for what looked like a makeshift bathroom in each of them. It is likely that this dungeon was used to imprison individuals of varying features that may be required to complete a prescript.
Seriously?
This room seems to have been used for something worse than simple incarceration. Among Faust's conjectures is that the captives were conditioned in body and mind in various ways to match the prescript's liking. Ugh. Sound like that guy was just as crazy as the rest of him.
Wait, that staircase right there leads up. Let's check out what's... Freaking annoying, man. The heck are you doing?
You cannot enter through this door. I see. Another griefer body blocking in the doorway. Move. I need to see something. The will of the prescript forbids you. You cannot enter through this door. What do we do? Is it worth forcing our way in there? They seem pretty adamant about not letting us in. I'd prefer if we stayed as far as possible from anything that has to do with the gods. I mean, prescript. I wonder why the prescripts were referred to as Hermes, a Greek name, just like Otis. But nothing in this basement gives me any indication as to where the door connects to. Otis is right. We're gonna have to get upstairs somehow if we want to get an idea of where this door leads. If Rian's been using this basement, then I'd like to see what's upstairs. Honestly, learning that this door connects to some basement is more than enough intel to cross it off the list. Still, if this has anything to do with Ryoshu's memories. Alright then, let's push through. Executing your command, Executive Manager. The will of the prescript is absolute. Is it though? No.
Oh, hi, Araya.
Oh, little baby. Otis, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? So, naturally, I figured, but, like, Rian calling the god, like, the prescripts, the god, ooh. You have breakables? No. Let me see passives. Based on grace of the prescript. Where's your unlock? Where's your unlock? Oh wait, unlock is only for special people. Right, I forgot. Oh, how I miss you, Singleton. I miss you, Singleton mechanic. Come back to me. I'm gonna gang everyone up on these back two right now. Okay. I knew there wasn't like. I knew like Rian calling the prescripts a Greek name was definitely like not a coincidence, but I'm like, what connection could the index have to Otis? Oh, I didn't roll heads. That's okay. Oh man, I forgot to switch to Roja. Oh well. Being up on these back two. Oh, thank you, Yisang. Nice. Fuck. Fuck. Well, one of them got their prescripts. But that's okay. We'll beat the shit out of them soon. What are you aiming for? Oh. Okay. Well, that guy's gonna burn to death after. Damn! Damn! Alright, Gregor, time to smack the shit out of them. Alright, you have no sanity. Well, that did like 2 damage. So I have you take these, and then you take this, and then you take this. And then we'll have you gang up on these bad guys.
방금 공격. 다음에 다른 객체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
Yay, thank you, Sinclair.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Let's see. My best friend when I played Runa was Will of the City. Oh my god, Singleton, yeah. Cringe proselyte noobs don't get no fancy tricks. Come on, man. They don't even get like the gimmick that we have with some of our IDs where it's like you get a bonus if you use all like skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. That's so fucked up, man. I'm a full deck of 9. These proselytes are losers, man. I'm gonna split people up amongst these back ones, and then I'm gonna have them handle that. Okay. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna divide up everyone amongst these front. Okay. There. So we can at least get those two out of here. Nice. And P-enter. My favorite thing to do is P-enter after when I'm sure I'm gonna win. Thank you, Yusang. Absolutely fucking nothing for these proselytes. Hashtag cringe. What's up there? You may speak to me casually, Araya, but in the presence of other apprentices, perhaps you should find it preferable to mimic the tone of the Dihui Star. Come on, it's not like I want it to be Dihui Star. Just let me do whatever I want while I'm here. Certainly, you have a point. So what's there? Up the stairs. I'm not sure myself. I've never been upstairs. Aren't you even a little curious? Why bother peeling back the heavens to see what is beyond? Those wanting of yearning needn't raise their heads skyward. Am I seeing Araya's memories? Clock, what did you see? I'm not sure, but now we've got another reason to check what's upstairs. So Rian doesn't know. Hold on, I'm gonna get a strawberry. Oh. You have to hurry along. I think I'm gonna skip the narrating text. I'll still read out everyone's dialogue though. Interesting. Rian has never been up there. But what if he was after he died? Or, well, about to die? Considering the index were able to reach him, but then again, it seems like all the fingers have back doors, so probably wouldn't have mattered. Another round of this bullshit. Give it up for another round of this bullshit. Jump that guy. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, thank you, Honglu. Totally feel free. Okay. Thank you all for understanding. I want to enjoy my strawberries. That makes me think, right? Because surely to some that live within, like, the Index's, like, territory, the prescripts basically are God. And I'm pretty sure that's, like, Jan covered this topic, right? Jan definitely covered this topic of the will of the prescripts basically being God. Enjoy your fruit, let the VAs talk instead of you. There is no VAs! That's the thing! Oh, I'm the VA. Oh. Come on, Gregor. Come on, Gregor. Thank you, Gregor. Honestly, Priest Gregor is really fucking funny with the Arknight's ego, in my humble opinion. Sinclair, if you roll that, okay. All right, guys, let's run a poll. Should we grab Sinclair and hang him by his nuts for that? Yes or no? Jan had that whole revelation about them being all-knowing and such before going loom mode. So yeah, okay. Interesting. Surely Otis resided within the district, considering Greek is one of the languages that persisted in the realm of Project Moon. I'd go as far to assume, like, I wonder, when she said gods, surely there's more than just Hermes, right? I can't wait to add another media with Greek inspired characters to my fucking list, dude. Not like Limbus hasn't already been there, but you know what I mean. More Greek inspired characters. Let's go. That's funny because this is like Limbus is the first time we've ever heard anyone refer to the will of the prescript anything other than the will of the prescript. In this case, Rian calling it Hermes, and Otis broadly referring to them as the gods. What if the prescripts were just run by humans this entire time? What if it was like just one big like surveillance state? How fucked up would that be? And how fucked up would that be for Jan to realize after when he comes back? But I don't know, I'm just throwing shit at a wall. Thank you, Honglu. Well, Roland did refer to it as a god of the city briefly. I see. I guess the way Otis says it, it implies that there's several. Instead of just a god of the city. You go over there. You go over here. You go over here. You go over here. You go over here. You go over here, and you take this. Yeah, not the. A. Oh, A! I didn't read. Isn't there one prescript maker for each district? I don't know. It's been a long while since I played Runa, so... Or rather, beat Jan at all. Because I originally got into Star of the City, like, probably well over, like, a year or two ago. And Cobalt here has witnessed me go through, Impuritus. Nice. Alright, you go, beat the shit out of this one, then, Sinclair, you take this one, then you take this one. And then, honestly, I think I'm just gonna have you rhyme shank, and then I'm gonna have you do this, and then I'm gonna have you do this. Actually, I'm gonna have you guys take these out. There.
불길 속으로. 훌륭한 대만이네요. 다 죽어라.
Yummy. Rhyme shank.
그래도 언제나 추워할 수는 없으니까.
Susie and I were thinking about how Roja, like I think a couple weeks ago, we were both thinking about how Roja's base ego is one of the like best ones in the game, next to like Honglu in terms of like base egos. But her IDs themselves, especially early on, were like really fucking weak. And we were like, this really says a lot about her character as well, doesn't it? Anyways, time to beat the shit out of these guys. Nice. Oh, thank you, Hongus.
대성공이야.
Delicious. Now we move.
노래 부를까?
Very small difference, but quite important in context. We have no clue how many weavers there are. There definitely has to be plenty in order to cover as much of this. Like, hey, why am I getting crazy deja vu? Kind of a letdown when they were body blocking the door, like there was some big secret behind it. Wait, they built this room for Rian, didn't they? Can you guys remind me where Roland lived in the back streets again? And how close he was to a corp? Rojan IDs are weak? I mean, specifically Roja's base ID. Her base ID has very weak clash power. Her season 1 IDs were also very weak in clash power. But she also had one of the strongest egos in the game. This is... I can't even bring myself to... I can't even bring myself to voice act because I know what this place is. I know what this place is. Whichever family here lived here must have had a child. Look, there are drawings and dolls too, though it seems like the place has been abandoned for quite a long time. Could something bad have happened in here? Yeah, something must have happened in here that caused the family to flee. Never got to return. Either this is Roland's real home, or Rian made this home. But then again, Rian's never been upstairs. Maybe this is Roland's real house. Yeah, lots of evidence suggesting that. The open door, the single shoe just lying around. So someone fled from home for some reason, never to return. I don't know, it's kind of hard to narrow down the cause. It really could have been anything. But then again, are you searching for something in particular, ryoshu? Yes, but it doesn't seem to be here. Every framed photo is singed beyond recognition, and whatever documents there were have been torn to shreds. Kinda like my memories. So this wasn't where he escaped to, huh? The index nurse father, Rian. The last time we saw him, he fled the house via the corridor after suffering a severe wound at Ryoshu's hand. If by some miracle he survives, there's a chance he'd come after Ryoshu again, but something about our last encounter led me to believe that it was the last time Ryoshu would ever see him. This is... Do you recognize this drawing? I found myself hoping to see Ryoshu piece together another memory. She'd been recalling new details all day whenever something caught her attention. Sadly, she responded by shaking her head. No, I don't. It's displeasingly familiar but small difference. I think I'd say this is a replica of Roland's home, right? Because Roland, when he left his home, his home was very, like, messy. Like, you wouldn't have been able to tell that he had even lived with a family in there at all, because he was drinking like crazy and like in a constant depression spiral. So what I'm thinking is maybe it's a replica of Roland's home, specifically for Rian, even though he never saw it, or so he claims to. Can I get the Roja with the thank you? There wouldn't be the children's drawings regardless. Yeah, exactly, because Rian had children, unlike Roland. Rian actually had children, or at least one child. Great work. Now that leaves just the Pinky Nurse Father's corridor. But that room didn't have any back doors for us to explore. There are countless more in the adjacent corridor, but our guideline makes it a bit difficult to delve into each and every one of them right away. Which means that our work here is done. Thank you for your assistance, Dante. Okay. Glad we could help.
Dante replies they're happy to have been of assistance. Well then, it's been a pleasure.
After a brief round of handshakes, Alan returned to the forward base. We probably should have done the same, but... Well, take a look around here anyway.
Sure.
Yes. There are some small design differences between each room that help to tell them apart, but it's difficult to tell which is which unless we look really hard at every detail.
Where are we now?
The kitchen?
How do you know that?
I've been here before. Someone ghosted me after promising to watch Fixer clips together, so I thought I'd come visit. Aww.
It's someone y'all have met too, I think. It was,
Must be another one who was severed by the Arai Shiki.
him. You might be right.
His name was Ren, the Pinky Apprentice. So, when you said back at Cake Corp that you'd cooked before, you were talking about this, huh?
Yep.
I used to perform intense culinary artistry here. Just scabbard shaking. The reviews were glowing. One of them was Y-U-M, meaning, yeah, unbelievably mouth-watering. Scabbard was shaking from side to side in a valiant effort to deny Ryoshi's claim. I'm having a hard time believing her, if you ask me. What did you usually make? Boxed lunch. Boxed lunch that kids might bring to grade school. The sausages cut like octopuses in tamagoyaki. A bit simple to be intense culinary artistry, don't you think? I.F. Didn't you know? There's nothing like a school lunchbox rivalry.
Yeah, I want octopus sausages, tamagoyaki, and...
Why are we making sausages out of an octopus?
No, I mean sausages cut like octopuses.
And why are we cutting sausages into octopus shapes?
'Cause it's adorbs, that's why. What's that?
Sausage carved into an octopus shape. Didn't miss a single suction cup.
Come on, I didn't mean like a real life octopus. It's gotta be adorbs, Kay?
Isn't it all the SD once it goes down the gullet? Why is this so important?
But Mommy, there's nothing like a school lunchbox rivalry.
I-D-U.
Huh? You're doing your weird acronyms again, aren't you?
It means I don't understand.
That's when you say IDK, Mom. SMH.
This must be some of the happiest memories Ryoshu and Araya shared. The sinners, me, and Araya, even as a scabbard, could imagine or recall them in full. But for Ryoshu, the most important part of those memories remained sliced away. Still, if we can continue to piece more and more of our memories together by going over these places. You want to check out what's upstairs, too? As soon as I asked, however... Oh. Wait. Hey, old clockhead. Don't open the door just yet. This way, manager. So, there was someone guiding those whelps. Figured they'd send even more than fodder to the house of spiders. Stinks of wet dog. Hello, nurse! Wolf mask? It really is as Maestro Emile Benoit said. This place is already occupied. If you would be so kind as to help me with directions. Is this where Master Callisto's art is located? Man. You have beautiful blue eyes. Or purple eyes. I don't know. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Sure you're at the right address, lady? Robo-Unk's, stuff ain't in this part of the house. Find a different corridor.
Yes, I am aware. But I'm not looking for his creations, which are easily mistaken for mass-produced garbage. Then nobody fucking likes his art. We let them observe us too freely. What is that? The Falvis got to confirm a lot of important intel, including the fact that the House of Spiders has fallen and that Ryoshu currently has possession of the Araya Shiki. They want Ryoshu for themselves, whether she's completed or not. Ryoshu as she is now. Isn't that intriguing, for once? My name is Rufo. Yoshihide, Yoshihide, the blade coveted by the Five Fingers, Master Callisto's final and posthumous masterpiece. As a docent of Falvism, please allow me the honor of escorting you to our gallery. Do I want to? Don't see the point in hanging out with people in those unaesthetic AM. Then, I'm afraid my only remaining option is to rely on our usual method of measuring. What are odds? I don't know, she's probably tougher than me at my maxed out stats. Really? The shape of her ring suggests that she is a docent of the school of Fauvism. Her position is comparable to that of a capo of the thumb or a big sibling of the middle. Verily, that maketh her a foe who may surpass even Ricardo's might, or, with a stroke of ill fortune, even Lei Hang. Doubt she's anywhere near as strong as Lei Hang. Oh, well, that's good to know. Our chances are H-O-H-O-M. Half or more? I like those odds. Half or more.
Really?
Outmoded has-been. Why seek out the art of a has-been after all this time? It was a decision met with much confusion from the outset. To entrust such a momentous project in the hands of one such as Callisto, why, everyone agrees that is no less foolish than casting a pearl before swine. It's 5 a.m. I should not be awake, dog. You should be asleep. But good to see you, Unilever. You see what I mean when you started? Yeah. Holy... I am trying to be so respectful right now, but I am no better than a man. Those are some great boobies, dude. Those are some boobs! They were not kidding! I can't even concentrate on reading, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm reading it, but like, damn. Now, I must ask for your forgiveness for presuming that you would be no different from the rest of his work. But what I observed above this room completely changed my perspective. The scorched corridor, the ferrety with which you've scarred the walls and floor, as though a frenzied beast has torn through them. There is but one tool that could have possibly left such marks behind. At least you've got a passable eye for art. Yoshihide, I ask you, have you ever considered pursuing art of a further elevated beauty? It will be an experience that departs from the dilapidated remnant that dubs itself corporism, a movement so constrained by its obsession over the human corpus that, once it had depleted all meaning it had to offer, it began piling on empty definitions onto itself. Fauvism is a movement that is broken from the traditional mold. Unfettered like a beast that roams free, we dare to ask our questions that challenge the mind. What is man? What are things? What does it mean to trace the origin? How do we find that which we call le fauve? These are the subject matters that have led us fauves into the field of fertile creativity. Should you, a wielder of that relic, enter the fold of our movement, it will lay your work with such an unrelenting spectrum of colors that will be destined to leave an unforgettable impression in the annals of history. In other words, what we can offer you will be of much greater worth than what you may have learned from a teacher like Callisto. Never considered him my teacher. Not a real one, anyway. Finding beauty among the carnage of blood and flesh is a lesson I learned on my own. And yes, I know enough about your movement. Maybe I considered some of the works created by your school acceptable, at least among the ring's art. Or not. I can't remember. Then, will you? But I don't know. I don't know what makes your art more elevated than the one I pursue. The one you pursue? Didn't the sight you claimed to have seen clue you in? Oh, it did. I do understand. Your art may appear to be no more than unchecked chaos at a glance, but upon closer observation it reveals a fierce, dominant force that threads the entire scene together with its keenness at the connecting structure. Your blade work, too, shows such multi-layeredness. Mere keenness often entails mundanity, yet you have transcended such a limit by scorching the tail end of each slash. Truly a unique aesthetic sense. I believe I've sufficiently understood the full extent of the artistic merit imbued in that scene. No, you didn't. Lesser painters like you are such mediocrities that they fail to recognize the beauty that lies in the grotesque. They do little beyond painting the hell reflected in their eyes and call that shallowness hell's beauty. A sorrow condenses into a cry held in an instant, wrath unbound from the yoke of reason, the fading gleam of despair in the hewn. You give no thought to what each of those emotions signifies, instead obsessing over the cursory qualities of what is beheld. Let me teach you otherwise. That is very curious, right? The Ring focuses a lot on, like, technicalities, actually. Rather than, even though they claim to dig into the meanings of it all, they're kind of shallow, if you think about it. They're kind of more captivated by the technical side of it all. Pay attention, because I won't afford you another long-winded lesson. Pointillist, Fauvis, Suprematus, Blauritiers, Cubis. I visited my share of the Ring's galleries, heard their commentaries, but none of them were to my liking. Your art is an overcomplicated pile of definitions buried under symbols caked in patchworks of empty shells. You and your art both talk too damn much. Just like Callisto's. Kept trying to take from other movements, forcing meaning where there was none. Excess is easy. Anyone can do it. What's beyond most is making it succinct. The art of abbreviation.
Alas, if all is one by one abbreviated away, nothing remains in its absence, making the void left behind completely bereft of meaning. No, the void is what remains, and it holds things that can't be found anywhere else. What is this, a minimalist manifesto? No, my aesthetics go beyond the pursuit of simplicity. I pursue the natural germination of artistic immaculacy, a study of perfection wherein further abbreviation is an impossibility. S-A-N-G-R-I-A. Hey! Bit abstract, isn't it? To remove too plain with a distinct lack of any meaningful striking qualities. What exactly is it that elevates your art above that of Fauvism? Painters. We're the stubborn sort that mere words can't convince. Indeed, there is no discipline more subjective than that of art. Discourse concerning its nature may extend for days on end, but it will not change the fact that unseen arts are meaningless, pretentious illusions at the end of the day. Then I suppose I'll have to carve it right into your eyes. Please do, though I'm afraid it may be overshadowed by the sheer vibrancy of my aesthetics. I, a docent of Lefauvism, shall personally welcome you to my critique session.
I love seeing hot women get mad at each other. Okay, who said that?
It's funny that Roja now has an ID where she's smaller than the boss she's based on.
Yeah.
Is it as big as in their sprite? Hold on, I gotta check this.
Damn, it is significantly nerfed in her battle sprite. Staring respectfully at the Art of the Ring, or Rufos. Yeah. Very fitting. They're very shallow about it. If anything, it feels like they won't admit they have a fetish for gore. And I mean that in a very nice way. I'm not saying that to kink shame them. I'm just saying it's good to be a pervert, but I guess there's a certain shallowness to some. How do you say it? How do I put this? Being a pervert doesn't make you shallow, right? However, there's a very shallow way they go about presenting their pervertedness. Anyways, let me check these passives. I'm not gonna worry about these little guys. I'm gonna worry about her first, right? Gain 2 protection for every. Okay, so we have to kill the students. Clash her, but kill the students. Focus on killing the students. If unit use critique, gain 2 protection and heal 5 SP starting from next turn. At lower than -15, double SP healing effect. So she'll gain -10 at -15. She'll gain 10 at -15. Gain 2 fragile if there's no students, and reduce SP down to 0. Okay. Immediately before getting a skill hit by a skill that has 1 attack weight, if there's an allied okay. Ah, okay. So we hit her, and she'll redirect it to someone else if it's 1 attack weight. If this unit used critique, refill with the new student. Okay, every turn start. New students gain fragile equal to numbers of allies defeated. So that means they'll die really fast the further we go. Combat end, inflict. Let's see. Take bonus damage from Ring and Falvis. Okay. Also gain bleed and sinking count, depending on stack number. Okay. And this will be applied to everyone that has all 3 of these debuffs. If they have all of these, then the amount will increase. Okay. Randomly apply. Okay. Recover allies from stagger. Okay. However, that in turn means they're really squishy. Okay. Recover from stagger but become really squishy. Got it. Also heals them instantly after panic. Gain the effects of fixed panic. Okay. This unit is panic, reset SP to 20. Okay. 70 HP, gain new pattern. Okay. Alright, I get the gimmick. Alright, first off, I'm gonna focus on clashing these 2 in the back. We need to get our SP up. Oh, wait, Kira's clashing that one. I'll leave it to her. Get SP up, focus on the students. I'm gonna have someone cover for Yusong instead. Okay. Who's on there? Okay, Yusong, I'm gonna redirect you to one of the students so we can take them out. Okay, now we go. You're finally at the final fight. Yep.
앞서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 척을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
Oh, youch. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Come on, okay, Roja. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kira. Oh, the stagger threshold raise is much appreciated. Thank you, Honglu. Cool. Wait, do they redirect as well? Hold on. Did they read that? No. I mean... Okay. We'll be fine. Alright, now we have to focus on these. Okay. Whichever has the greatest of the coins, I will take it. I think I'll just put you on her. I'll let you handle that. I'll let you handle that. What are you aiming for? Maybe I'll have... Yeah, I'll have Yisong handle you. Wait. Oh, you're aiming for Gregor. Well, shit. Hold on. Let me reset. You're going for Gregor. Ah, all of it's aggroing on Gregor. Okay. I mean, he can handle a little bleed. It's fine. Honestly, I think for safety, I'm gonna have them just sit on there, and then you guys take care of the rest over here. Kira, who are you going for? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, right. Unopposed. Alright, we'll take care of everything here then. Just pray to God that we win the clash. Red Boy can take a little bit of damage. Yeah, he's fine. If I can get the Arcanite's ego, it'll be even better. Because, I mean, he'll basically live forever. Oh, come on.
Look at me, I'm a ring student, I can hit all heads.
Alright, that one should be dead soon. Roja, come on, man. I think I might need to get an ego to restore some sanity soon. Oh, Honglu. That's right, Honglu. I'm waiting for you to get your resource. Are you fucking with me? Okay. Yeah, that guy should explode soon. Where the fuck did you get all that from? Okay. Okay, they're all clash counters, so we have to clash with her. Clash power 6 against people with all 3. Okay, let's check. Do you have all 3? Can't see. What's the icon again? Roja, you're gonna have a little bit rough here. Let's just have them go in order. Okay. She also have her ryoshu? No, you're just weak. I'll take this though. Okay, so if anyone can't clash it, we'll use defense skills. Got it. However, this might hurt Yisang a lot. So I think we're just gonna have to pray to God he wins somehow.
길 속으로.
Yummy.
훌륭한 다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아하는데도 지금 감회가 새로워요.
Thank you, Kira. Oh, I guess that doesn't affect egos, huh?
맛볼 시간. 뭘 잘못했는지 아는 것부터가 시작이랬어.
Ow, that still hurt like shit though.
그 오늘의
떼어내주지.
Okay. Gregor might get staggered from this. Might. Or maybe he won't. Okay. Okay, but that really didn't do anything to her. However, Yisang might not be so lucky. Ugh! Ugh! Alright, we're gonna have to have some cover for him a little bit.
저라도 살겠는걸?
There's better ways I could go about this, but that's okay. Alright, everybody's covered here. Now we can focus on her. Rocha, if you could get your sanity back, that would be most appreciated. Thank you. Alright, everyone's covered.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로. 항상 지켜보고 있었지.
Yummy.
승객이 딱콩 한번 맞았어. 짜증나게.
Ow. I don't think I quite have enough resources. I will use Durante if I need to. It can definitely take a while. It takes forever to dwindle down her health. Yeah, I mean, figured. As long as I follow the gimmick, I should be okay.
마지막으로 남길 말.
Go, Kira. Go, Kira.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬랩.
Yes, Gregor, heal up.
좋아, 계속 집중하자.
Thank you, Gregor. Does anyone have any healing? You have... I put lasso on you. You... Fuck. Nobody's got healing for shit. That's okay. We'll work with it. I might have to use lasso here, though. Might. Or no, Sinclair, I think you're just gonna have to use this on somebody. Okay.
감상은 어떤가요?
It's a little tough managing the sanity, but I'll be okay.
훌륭한 단말만.
산소류 경유로 라시.
Oh, well, I guess that guy's gone.
그래 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니
Yummy.
보는 맛이 나는군.
Oh, Ryoshu's gone. Goodbye.
덜 답답한 법이지.
Or not? Well, she's probably gonna bleed to death next turn. Man, Yisang, did you even try? Really, she doesn't do crazy damage right now. How much bleed is on Ryoshu? She's probably gonna die, like, as soon as she's done. As soon as she starts attacking. Do we have any healing? I don't think we have any healing for her, do we? Yup, we do not. Alright, who has, okay, you have it. You need to defend. You also have it. You need to defend. You, don't have it, I think? Yeah. I'm just gonna have you do this. Just for sanity upkeep. You do this. You do this. And that's about all we can do, unfortunately. Goodbye, goodbye, Ryoshu. There's nothing more we can do for you. Unless? 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 Well, this is only for one turn, though, so... And also she's immobilized anyways, so... Alright, we'll take that. Play along with it and you shouldn't get, you know, like, obliterated. Yeah, I should be fine. Even if Ryoshu dies, we still have good backup units. Mmm, delicious. Ah, that's nice. Ooh, sanity up. I'll take it. Oh, Gregor. Wait, stagger? Oh, thank you, Kira. Okay, actually, I think I can use Durante on Ryoshu. I think that's what I'm gonna need to do on Ryoshu to save her. Was it kind of a stupid choice? Yes, but I kinda don't care. Alright, let's see. Goodness, what happened to your coin power, dude? Ah! I see. So he needs to be unopposed. I get it. Wait, I need to read passives. Take less damage from unopposed. Deal more with unopposed. So if they have aggro, then it reduces the damage even more. I see. Extremely tanky. Same passive from before. Turn start, gain 8 protection. Okay. As long as we do our ring gimmick, we should be fine. When Clash lose using Burst Forth, gain 2 fragile. Ah! Gain 1 defense level each time this unit is hit by skill coin. But also loses the 1 defense skill every time Burst Forth loses. At 35 HP, convert Lefauvism into Lefauvism Masque de Loup. Okay. And then she'll heal up. But that's at lower health. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to go with this. What are you aiming for? Sinclair? I can handle it. But what's this aiming for? Ryoshu? Yeah, we're gonna have to just... Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. Keep her alive for now. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don. Youch. Okay, lose SP. I'll take it. Might get staggered, though. Or not. I'll take it. I need to keep an eye out for that specific skill that the passive's on. Oh. Roja, come on. Leave Kira alone, man. Ow. Ryoshi's probably gonna die next turn anyways. I probably wasted that Durante. Oops. Okay, 2 people staggered. Let's just deal with it. Can clash with regardless of speed. Okay. Every negative effect on main target. So whoever has least... Whoever has the least. Probably would be you, because you're going to lose your bleed immediately after. Or it could be you, but then you also have this. Save us again! Yeah, you're gonna die, but I'm gonna have you take a hit for anyone who's staggered, at least. So, Yushu, I'm just gonna have to sacrifice you to her. I'm sorry. We'll just have to stick with this. Are you You had one job, Don. You had one job. You had one job. You had one fucking job and you fucked it up. Oh my god. Oh, Gregor. Oh, Gregor. Why are all my seasoners failing me right now? Oh my god. Poor thing Yusung. You're probably about to get obliterated. Yep. Heathcliff, save me! Oh, hello! Okay, well, I'll have you aim for that. Dude, we might be kind of fucked. Unless we could use Durante again. Who has the biggest one here? Of course, Sanguine Desire. Wait. Oh, but she's also low. I see my ticket! I see my ticket out! I see my ticket! Because just for insurance, I'd rather take a positive coin than praying to God if this lands or not with... Wait, let me see. For every type of negative effect, do you have... How many do you have? Oh my god, that is so many. Actually, scratch that. I might used to use Era on one of you guys instead. Pursuance? Maybe Pursuance would be good here. Yes! I see our way out. Who has a dodge here? Okay. Come on. Thank you, Merso! Thank you so much! I love you, dude! You got the best titties on God's green earth. Alright, cool.
비록 함께 전장에 나서는 건 아니지만
Oh, welcome back, Dawn.
저희를 이끌어주는 건 단테님만 할 수.
Unfortunately, you're still in the midst of shit.
이번에도 분명 원하시는 길로 저희를 잘 이끌어 주시겠죠?
I'll just have you take that. I'll have you handle this. I'm gonna put you against this. I'm gonna get you to do this so you can get your sanity back, and I'm gonna have you do this. For sanity. God damn it! Okay, well, goodbye, Dawn. Unless? Oh, okay. Well, I guess not. But she is going to die soon.
한쌍의 상황을 24개의 늑골을 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가.
좋아. 한번은 전략이 승리야. 계속 밀어붙이자.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, it's a miracle he's not dead. But he will be dead soon. Why are you fucking shit up, like, constantly this run? At least I can always trust in Heathcliff.
이봐. 버틸 자신 있어?
Oh, hey, what's that thing? Oh, how wonderful! At least it shouldn't be too bad. Oh my god. God, you know what, Raja? Maybe you suck a little bit. 900 more HP to go. Well, can't be helped. Who are you going for? Gregor? He'll be fine. How about you? I'll take that. I think I might need to have Heathcliff use the gun early? Actually... Feels a bit unreliable, but it's the best we got. This is the best we can do. Gregor might lose his sanity, but I'll take it. Well, good way to go out, I guess. Okay. We'll make it through! I swear to god, I'm pretty sure I set Roja to attack someone else, but whatever. I was just so fucking unlucky this fight. Oh my god. Hopefully Gregor's passive will save us. Okay. Tell me he won't die from bleed next turn. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess he's doing that instead. Oh my god, Gregor. Well, then again, he had sinking on. Ugh! That's the sinking that makes this fucking fight annoying. Whatever. We deal with it. I'm gonna have to use your bullet early. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Heathcliff. Yeah, we're kind of fucked, actually. Unless... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this piece of shit. This is the best I got. This is the best I got. I'm just gonna have to pray she misses a bunch of coins. Oh my god. That's some bullshit. This is actually the most I've struggled in a fucking fight in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to go through this fight anymore on stream. 'Cause I'm tired and sweaty right now, dude. Kira, I'm just gonna pray to God you carry me through this. Because Faust cannot do anything. She is literally level 7. You're almost there. Oh my god, please. God, release me. Wait, I could have used Durante again for something else. Dude, guys, Ishmael's dead. I'm gonna be so real. Ishmael's dead. You know what? I don't even care anymore. I just want to finish the I don't care. Yeah, take my fucking money. I don't care. I don't care. I see how close she is. We're just gonna nuke her and go home, okay? We're gonna nuke her and go home. We're gonna nuke her and go home. Fuck it. P-enter. She's so close I can taste it. I'm at least going to change you to this, though. Just in case. Just in case, because she's so fucking tanky. I have to use the continue feature here just so I could call it a day. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't be helped. Come on, stagger already, you fuckhead. Goodbye. Now I will never have to deal with you ever again. Okay, I'm just gonna speedrun reading and then we're gonna get out of here. Because I'm sweaty and my room is becoming unbearable by the second. I had an easy time on this fight because I literally just stalled early waves for SP, then obliterated her with bleed because Kira applies dummy bleed count. I see. Honestly, I was struggling because I got really unlucky and my sinners just could not hit heads. Unfortunately. Hold on, I'm gonna go get Merceau real quick. Thank you, Merceau. I'll look at your gotcha later. I want to finish now. I'll do the EX on my own later. I'll be speedrunning. And then I'm going home, because I'm sweaty and I'm tired, and it's... Oh my god, I am a soggy napkin right now. Yes, of course she is! Sorry, I'm not gonna read anymore, I just wanna go. Buy time for ryoshu? Rest in peace. Lived for one intervallo and then died in the same intervallo, cunty as hell. Yay! Hello? Oh. Hmm. Oh, Heathcliff. No. Oh. 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 Oh, they just want me dead. Oh. Well, it's true. We can just try again. From the looks of it. Alright, that's the last one. Whew. Yeah? Oh. Hmm. Well, yeah, I guess it's figured. There's gonna be a fucking war, a wing war soon. So, a physical takeover of W Corp. I see. Hmm. Shut the fuck up. She's better than MTL? uh. Hold on, wait. Memory of time she was complimented for cooking has been erased. A name has been erased from her memory. Oh! No! Oh! Oh. The GB. Oh my god, it's been so fucking long since we've seen the bus. Oh my god. Oh, Kira's coming with us! Well, I guess it's time to head to Endcorp. Oh fuck, sorry for knocking my mic. Ah, well, Kira's not coming with us. Expected. Aww. 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 A newspaper. Well, I'm ready for Merso to explode next Kanto. Wait. Okay, hello. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for joining me. Whew. What an intervallo. I am tired. I'm just gonna end the stream right here. I don't even have the energy for like an opening. I will take this though. Okay. Goodbye. Join the Discord if you want. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. 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 Where's my end screen? Where's my end screen? Dick, hoppin', dick.